Does the carnivore diet really make you smarter, or is it all just the placebo effect at play? Well, a lot of it depends on what your definition of smarter is, but can this way of eating really make your brain work significantly better? After all, the carnivore diet can shift you into a state of ketosis. When carbohydrates are drastically reduced or eliminated, your body can now use stored fat or fat from your diet as fuel. Ketogenesis is when these fats are broken down into something called ketones. Often, these ketone bodies are referred to as an alternative fuel source, as these are used to fuel the tissues of the body as well as the brain instead of glucose. But what if this alternative fuel source is actually our brain's preferred method of fuel? For example, beta-hydroxybutyrate or BHB is one of the primary ketones produced during ketosis. This ketone body goes beyond just fueling the brain efficiently. It also has many neuroprotective benefits. By reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, the two major culprits in cognitive decline in diseases like Alzheimer's. But that's not all. BHB also enhances brain plasticity and can increase the levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor or BDNF, which neuroscientists often call miracle grow for the brain. This is crucial for developing new brain cells and strengthening existing ones, which is key for learning and memory. Interestingly, it wasn't well known what caused the increase in BDNF until research came out led by Dr. Sama Sleeman, explicitly showing how exercise significantly increased BDNF through BHB. But why is this significant? Well, 4 crucial benefits of BDNF for the brain include the following. Neurogenesis. BDNF helps your brain grow new neurons, which can enhance learning and memory. Synaptic plasticity. It helps improve the plasticity of synapses, which basically means that it is more efficient at adapting how the connections between neurons adapt over time. Neuron survival. This means that BDNF prevents neurons from premature death, which protects against neurodegenerative diseases like dementia. Cognitive function and mood. BDNF helps regulate your mood as well as increase cognitive performance, which can help you learn faster while retaining more information. So the carnivore diet can facilitate BDNF through the increase of the production of BHB. On a side note, keep in mind that the goal of the carnivore diet isn't to always be in a state of ketosis. In fact, it is actually beneficial to come out of a state of ketosis once or twice a day to help regulate hormones and electrolyte levels. This can be done by eating larger, less frequent meals, which would induce a gluconeogenic response that would give us an insulin bump just big enough to kick us out of ketosis for a short period of time. This makes sense as it aligns better with our natural eating patterns. But to truly understand the significance of this, we need to take a look at our ancestors, specifically well before the agricultural revolution, which was over 10,000 years ago. Research led by Roger Seymour shows how crucial efficient energy utilization was for our ancestors. Over the millions of years of evolution for humans, our brains evolved to become larger and more complex, demanding significantly more energy and oxygen. Over this time, our brain size increased by a drastic 3.5 times, while blood flow increased by 6 times. This was a result of evolutionary pressures to maximize our brain's ability to think, plan, and solve complex problems, specifically when it came to hunting. This is a big aspect of what sets humans apart from other animals. This stable isotope data shows our ancestors primarily ate meat from large ruminant animals during the course of this time. As other carnivores would rely heavily on their teeth and claws, humans had developed sophisticated strategies and tools for hunting. But what is it about meat itself that is so great for our brain? After all, many people see huge benefits even if they aren't in a state of ketosis and still eat some carbohydrates. When most people think of meat, they think of protein. But what is it about the protein in meat that makes them superior, especially when it comes to the brain? The proteins in meat are complete, meaning that they contain all essential amino acids in the proper ratios, which is crucial for neurotransmitter function and brain repair. The brain itself is mostly made up of saturated fat and cholesterol, which can be found abundantly in fatty red meat. Cholesterol is not only fundamental for the creation and maintenance of cell membranes, but also for the synthesis of neurosteroids and the functioning of serotonin receptors, which can have a significant impact on your mood and behavior. DHA and EPA specifically are fatty acids that have been shown to be crucial for optimal brain function. Contrary to popular belief, dietary cholesterol does not significantly contribute to the cholesterol levels in the blood, but does play a vital role in brain health. But let's not forget about the micronutrients within meat. Meat provides us with all of the nutrients we need to thrive. This means that there aren't any nutrients in plants that we must have that we can't already get from meat. Some of these nutrients found abundantly in meat include vitamin B12, essential for proper brain function, formation of red blood cells, and the synthesis of DNA. Iron, specifically heme iron, which is very bioavailable, is a key component of hemoglobin, which helps transport oxygen in the blood. After all, the brain uses about 20% of the body's total blood oxygen, making iron crucial for proper cognitive function. Zinc, crucial for neuron growth and neuron plasticity. Vitamin B6, which helps the body make hormones like serotonin, norepinephrine, which influence mood, and melatonin, which helps regulate the body's internal clock. Selenium, a powerful antioxidant which helps protect the brain from oxidative stress and inflammation. Choline, essential for brain development. Creatine, although not a micronutrient, it has been shown to play a significant role in brain performance. Not only are all of these nutrients more abundant in meat, but they are also more bioavailable, meaning that our body can actually utilize them efficiently. A lot of this has to do with the fact that they are not bound up by anti-nutrients, which can prevent the absorption of certain vitamins and minerals. Plants create these toxins to prevent animals from eating them. Aside from anti-nutrients, a more obvious factor that can aid in proper brain function is the elimination of processed foods and sugars. These foods often contain artificial sweeteners, colors, and preservatives that can wreak havoc in the gut. The gut and brain are greatly interconnected. In the book The Mind-Gut Connection by Emmer Mayer, he explains how important this really is. The gut and the brain are connected directly through the vagus nerve, which is one of the largest nerves in the body. This nerve sends signals in both directions, meaning that the gut can influence the brain function and the brain can influence gut function. The gut produces a wide range of neurotransmitters including serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. In fact, 95% of the body's serotonin is produced in the gut. So the production of these neurotransmitters in the gut affects brain function directly, influencing feelings of happiness and anxiety. These feelings can then also have a direct effect on how our body receives, processes, and utilizes information that we consume. So does the carnivore diet really make you smarter? Well, you'll have to determine that for yourself. But thinking critically is surely easier and more efficient when the brain is functioning properly with the combination of the brain's preferred metabolic process of ketosis and the inclusion of all essential nutrients in meat, the elimination of all processed foods, and the plant anti-nutrients that can hinder your brain's function.